Doing well. Just a quick little catch up again, really. I enjoyed it yesterday, so I thought I'd do another one. Sorry if you just caught the other video I just did. It came on and then went straight off. For some reason, it wasn't saying my orientation was the right way round for the phone, so I had to restart the stream. There's a few bits of news out there today, guys. It looks like Cornet could be off to Turkey by all accounts. A player that hasn't quite worked out for. I was hoping he might get a chance. I was hoping maybe we'll see something there. I think the fact, that Somerville's come in and he looked good straight away, Somerville, didn't he? It just completely limits his chances. I feel a bit sorry for Cornet. I did like him as a player at Burnley. I wanted us to sign him as well. But yeah, if we can, get him off the books, that frees up another place in the squad. And we know we're still looking for players. Luis Sal, if you might remember him, the Brazilian defender we bought, played a little bit for the under-21s. Hasn't really worked out for him. He also looks like he's going to be going as well. Again, nothing that really puts a little hole in the budget, that gives us a bit more money. We need one of them big ones to go. We need an Ings to go. We need a Zuma to go, that are on the big money. Potentially, one of the ones that potentially could go that keeps coming up is James Ward-Prowse. We'd all love to see Souček go. I think most of us would love to see that. But it appears that if anyone's going to go out of those midfielders, it may be James Ward-Prowse. There's apparent potential links back to Southampton. He would do a job for most clubs, James Ward-Prowse. I think you could get an half-decent fee for him as well. He's homegrown. Former captain, still fairly young as well, and he's set pieces. If you haven't seen him play every week like we have, he still has that set piece thing that people look at and go, "Oh, he takes a good free kick," even though he never scored one for West Ham. So, would I be against James Ward-Prowse going no? The fact that we're linked with Carlos Sola, who I think will come in once certain things fall into place. Yeah, if James Ward-Prowse was to go, I wouldn't be gutted. We need to get rid of some. We do. We have to get rid of some. If we want to get some more of these, I don't think Duran will come, but if we want to get a striker in and you want to get that other last midfielder in and possibly even a last centre back in, then maybe we can do it. Just swap from Crypto Podcast to watch yours, mate. Oh, thanks, mate. Appreciate that. Yeah, what else we got? Other players that may come in. Again, I keep saying it's Tammy Abrahams. I don't want him. I see the Sunderland guy's been linked again. Not heavily linked, but his name has popped up again. Is it Jack Clark? I think that's his name. Wouldn't mind him. I like him. He reminds me of Bowen. But again, he's not a striker, is he? He's not a striker. Let's see what you guys are saying here. Again, keep comments coming in, guys. This is just a little catch-up, little show with you guys. Still need 3, and I think the club would like to get 6 out, but I can't see it. If Potts, Potsy's going on loan apparently to Portsmouth as well. Yep, I don't want Tammy. Scott Bernard said crypto. The way forward. Have you got any meme coins? No, I haven't. Me. Right, what else are we going to talk about? Yeah, so looking at the week, I'm going to do my preview properly tomorrow, but looking, if Lopetegui wants to really send a message out tomorrow, Saturday, we need to see change, I need to see Wan-Bissaka, I need to see Tobido, I need to see Fulkrug starting as well. We can't continue with, what we've seen. I know it's only been one game, but he, like I say, he had an easy win the weekend. Even if we didn't win the weekend, he had an easy win with the fans because you would have had all the excitement of the new players, and he would have had that get out of jail card of we're blooded in new players, so it takes a bit of time. Listen, it's going to take time, but I need to see some change as well. Did you read about Souček wanting to fight for his place? Yes, I did. Duncan, thanks for pointing that out. There was a few things that I forgot that I should have wrote down a few things before I went live. But yeah, there was a article about Thomas Souček saying that he don't want to leave. He wants to fight for his place, and I can imagine that's true. I've got nothing against the man personally. He seems like a lovely geezer, and by all accounts, I know that he's, occasionally goes down a bowling pub on a Sunday, and he'll sit there and sign everyone's whatever they want signed. And I think one time he went in there and bought everyone like a little drink each as well. He's a lovely guy, but he's not good enough for West Ham anymore. He's not, and I don't want the option of West Ham having just a battering ram that comes on and kick the ball up to him. I don't want that option to be there anymore. Yeah, and the longer it goes on, the more he becomes scapegoated. It becomes a Kevin Nolan situation. Remember, Big Kev was a good player for us, and then the more Big Sam kept playing him and playing him and playing him, we started to hate him because he was a hindrance to what we were trying to achieve. He makes any midfielder next to him look bad. There was a really good comment by, I always forget his name on the Platinum Boost podcast, the funny one. He said that, I think it's John, I think his name is. He said that Declan Rice was the only one that was good enough to play with Souček because he could do both jobs. And I think that was a fair point. Alvarez is a good player. He is a good player, Alvarez, but with Thomas Souček next to him, it hinders him. Rodriguez, again, not up to the pace yet. Even worse going to look next to him. James Ward-Prowse, them two together, Jesus Christ. You've got to be a special kind of player to be able to allow Souček to sort of get away with what he's getting away with. 10 successful passes in a game. Maybe he gets in the box twice. Maybe he puts in 2 blocks. Apart from that, he's a passenger in midfield. And like I say, you've got to be a special player to play with him. I think he does stay. I do. It's a I want him gone. I do. I want him and Antonio gone. If I could pick 2 players that I'd want out of West Ham, it's him and Antonio. I wouldn't, like I say, I'm not. I think a Gerd may go, but I wouldn't be against keeping a Gerd. Soufal's okay for cover. We haven't. Cornet and Ings also, you wouldn't mind seeing them going, but you don't see them in the team, so it doesn't really affect it, But players that are actually getting in the team, Antonio and Souček, I want them gone. I do. I want those options taken away. And I know it's harsh, but this is football, What we got here? Jack Clark non-starter for me. We've got enough wide players. Yeah, that's why I don't think it will happen. He's a good player, but that's why I don't think it will happen. Ralph says need a whole new team on Saturday. We certainly need, the new players in there. I want to see the new players in there. 3-4-2-1 should be our new lineup. That would be Mav, Kilman, Torpedo, I assume. Your 2 in midfield. What are you saying there? Paquetá and Rodriguez with Somerville, Caduce, Bowen. Give me your lineup there, William. It's got only a few meme coins on Saloni, but my money is in AI. A couple of people talking about that. I'd love to see the Duran deal done as well. I would as well, just because he'd have a great theme song, wouldn't he? His name is John and he plays for West Ham. When you put him through, Duran, he scores a goal. I don't know. I'm not as good as Mick from Current Booze with his Somerville song, but I'm sure if he did sign, the West Ham fans with their genius would come up with some sort of Duran song to go for him, Maybe like, he's hungry like Duran. I don't know. Big Tom, Cornet, Zuma, Jacob Price, Ings, all on big wages, hard to shift. Yes, me too, Michael, would love to see Duran. Why don't West Ham swap Dino for Yo Young from Stuttgart? Yeah, there's obviously that Bissek keeps coming up as well. Yeah, I think his name is Yannick Bissek from Inter Milan. His name keeps coming up. Would love to see Duran. I think most people would love to see Duran, mate. Totally agree. We keep saying, but sentimental doesn't win games. Antonio, definitely. What else we got? Yeah. Kent, we've got loads of Deadwood. Too much, to be honest. Yeah, and it just shows how much money David Moyes has wasted. Again, did he want Danny Ings? I don't know. Deadwood, Cornet, Deadwood now. Souček's Deadwood, but we've got enough out of him in that time. So I don't call him Deadwood. I just call him surplus to requirements. He's not what we need now. Obviously, Antonio wasn't a Allardyce signing, but you can put some blame towards Moyes because he wasted. He didn't sign Haller. Pellegrini signed Haller, but he didn't get the best out of Haller. He didn't get the best out of Scamacca. He didn't get the best out of Danny Ings either. So that's how Antonio has become, what he's become. Antonio did score a load of goals for us. He still had record Premier League goal scorer, but I know, again, I'll probably get accused of it all season until Antonio goes at the end of the season, hopefully, of being like, oh, Luke, you scapegoat him, you hate Antonio, you got a personal vendetta against him. I just don't want him in the team anymore. He's so frustrating. Every attack breaks down from him. And the thing is as well, like some of the players we've got out, Kura, Benrahma, Pablo, God bless his soul, I love Pablo Fornals. I think Pablo would have been really good in this system. He could have been the little tippy-tappy player that the ball goes through, and I think he would have been okay, Pablo Fornals, in this system. But again, once you're scapegoated by Moyes, you lose all hope. What else have I read? Oh, great to see Lewis Alford sign a new deal as well. Just as I finished my video yesterday, that news came out. Great to see that. I didn't know he was a hammer. I am guilty. I don't watch or read too much about the youth team. Once they break through, I sort of, have a look at them. But yeah, he looks a top player, doesn't he? From what I've seen, what I've read yesterday, he could be a real top player. Obviously, only from Upminster as well. Big Hammers fan. Nothing beats a young West Ham fan coming through and knowing what it feels like, to put that shirt on. Let's hope, he's still young. Let's hope a couple of years he can break in. Him and Earthy, I think, got real big futures at the club. Exciting times, guys. Exciting times for the youth project as well. What we got left? We've got about, what is it? Is it 20th today or 21st today? I think it's 21st today. So we've got about 10 days left of the transfer window. I still expect some stuff to be done. Let's do, like I say, I think a few outs and maybe 2 more ins. Apparently we're fine with PSR as well. I read an article on that today as well because of the money we got for Declan, plus Curvers, Ben Roberts, Fornell's money. We're well all right with PSR. And, again, with the profit sustainability stuff, we'll be fine next year as well because as much as I don't want him to go, Kudus will probably go next summer. That's 85 million, straight in the bank. Because if you meet a buyout clause, you have to pay that 85 million Bosch all in one go. That's how I believe it is. I think when City signed Jack Grealish, I think 100 million buyout. Bosch though, 100 million has to be paid up front. So that's straight away 85 million bang cash that West Ham will have. So that'd be good, So we'll be okay. As much as it will hurt to lose Kudus, we haven't got to worry about the financial side. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Tobido, Kilman at the back, Rodriguez, Pac-Man, middle, Bowen, Kudus, Guilherme, Somerville, and Full Krug up front. Interesting lineup, mate. Duran is hungry like West Ham. Yeah, good one. So I can't read that comment. I'll take that. Will Ralph says he said he likes that team that you bought out. You guys seen anything else? I'm still waiting. I'm just waiting now to see what happens now. Tickets gone on sale for the Bournemouth game for general sale, quite a good price as well. You can get, right in that, the posh seats, 1966 seats, I think it is. I think you can get them for 30 quid, so I might pop over there for that one. I don't go often, purely because of the price and childcare, but I might try and get over there next Wednesday. It'd be nice to see some of the players out, young players and some of the new players. What we got? Anything else? Trying to think if I've read anything else today. Not really. Like I say, I've been saving some stuff back, obviously, for the preview. I know that with Palace, obviously, the Gahey one to Newcastle's picking up a bit of pace, and also picking up a bit of pace is Anderson to Fulham, Crystal Palace as well. So they could lose 2 big players before the weekend, or at least 2 players tied up in transfers, so they can't play, which could help West Ham. West Ham way, reckon we have a surprise signing coming in. Yeah, probably, mate, probably. Duncan says, do you not think our best players would want to stay because of players we're bringing in? The problem with a football career, mate, is, if you're not a West Ham fan or you haven't bought into it like Bowen, it's a short career. You know, Mohamed Kudus is not a West Ham fan, and he is world class potential. You know, he can go on. I keep saying it. I compare him to Mane. He goes into most Premier League teams now. You know, he would start for Tottenham. He would start for Liverpool. Potentially wouldn't start for Man City because, you know, Foden's in it. He would definitely have a place in their squad. Man United, he would get in Man United's team. He would get in Chelsea's team. Arguably could get into Arsenal's team potentially as well. So, you know, they want to go. They want to play Champions League football. They want to earn 300 grand a week. So I would love to think that West Ham could be successful enough and, you know, show enough ambition to keep these players. But realistically, West Ham are not there yet. Will we ever become that? Who knows? I hope we will one day, that we see the keep these players. Let's be fair, we've been very lucky that we've kept Paquetá for 2 years longer than we should have. You know, he should have been gone last summer to Man City. Only the betting scandal stopped that. You know, and that's just where we are at a club at the moment. William Young says, any word on Hollah? There's rumours about a loan. There's rumours about waiting for potential players to leave and then he'll come in. I think that will happen. I think that deal will happen. Probably the last week of the transfer window. But yeah, by all accounts, it's, you know, the gentleman's agreement's there. You know, he seems to think he's come West Ham. PSG seem to be happy to wait for West Ham to get their finances in order. Yeah, I would expect that one to happen. Hope it's Duran Ralph, and Duncan says keep believing. Yeah, keep believing, guys. I think that's about it really, guys. Like I say, there's not really 40 minutes worth of content today to talk about. It's just nice to catch up with you lot really and have a little chat with you lot live, because, you know, the problem is when you do recorded videos, you don't get that straight on interaction. I like reading your comments, and as you know, I love every comment, so I do read every single comment. But having that live interaction with you, I don't think, you know, you can beat that. I'll take this as potentially the last comment if nothing else comes in. I'd take Kudus money if we could see Potts Earthy get the first team football. Obviously not a replacement for him, but would love to see it. I'm happy to take the money if, you know, we buy the right player. You know, let's say this. Let's say I love Kudus. What a player, amazing player. Let's say Kudus was to go. Yeah, let's say Liverpool tabled a massive offer in the next few days, say 100 million, right? And we accepted it, but we bought in Duran. Yeah, so Duran's a striker, and we potentially went and bought a really, really, really good number 10. You know, so you got Duran, you got Bowen, you got Somerville left. Brilliant number 10. Or let's say Fofana came in and then Paquetá can play 10. Does the team look weak? Not really. I think that looks more balanced, you know. I don't want Kudus to go, but you could see potentially where you could go with signings if he was to go 40 million on Duran, 30 million on Fofana. Fofana probably wouldn't come, but there's obviously someone out there like that you could probably go and get. Yeah, and then you wouldn't be looking too bad still. Swap Fulcroak for Duran up front if we get him 100%. Thanks for doing what you can. Nice to catch up. Yeah, always good, mate. Are there any from the Moyes squad you'd keep for depth? I think there could be a place for changeable price, a good Socek, of course, Alvarez, Antonio before he picks up his yearly winter knock, and maybe sat still. I think there's a place for a good, but I think he will go. Who else you got there? Ward Prowse I'd rather keep than Socek. I don't want Socek to play anymore for West Ham. Alvarez obviously. Antonio no. I want Antonio gone. I think Soufal's still got a place, you know, for depth. I still think he's an okay as a cover right back. You know, if God forbid Wan-Bissaka did pick up an injury, I'm happy to keep Mavropanos. But yeah, the Antonio and Socek one, no. Kudus cannot go. Will be 185 million player. Get Jimenez or Meridian. Would love to see it, mate. Would love to see it. But Kudus won't be 185 million, mate, because he's got an 85 million buyout clause that comes in next July, sadly. And I think someone will trigger that next year. Do we still have the Brazilian lad coming in at Christmas? Can't see us doing much in Jan. I don't know about that one, mate. I'll be honest with you. I haven't read that one. No Socek. Antonio needs going. Sufo out. Cornet out. Good stuff, mate. Cool. Thanks, mate. Anything else, guys? Anything else? Otherwise, I'm going to shoot. I'll be back tomorrow. Won't be live. It'll be a recorded video for the Crystal Palace preview. Yeah, may go live again on the weekend. Me and Paul get back together, try and do a podcast, get that out for you on Sunday. Wesley, the Brazilian guy, I don't know what's happened there, mate. I'll be honest, don't know what's happened. How about Wan-Bissaka at fullback and Sufal in front? No, I don't know. Not for me, mate. Not for me. Anyway, guys, what's this? Just Alvarez for me. Rest can jog on. Heard about Jack Clark. Yeah, I did mention him earlier in the video, mate. The rumours are picking up again on him. I like him as a player, but I think the fact that we've got so many wingers and stuff, I can't see that one happening. I can't. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for commenting along live. Before you leave, hit the like button. Gets us out there. If you're watching it back, drop your comments in, any ideas for videos and stuff like that. It really helps and inspires me. Till next time, come on, your wines. Keep believing. Let's go.